What's going on, everybody? Today I will be ranking who I think are the best top 5 bantamweights in UFC bantamweight history. And sorry if you hear the water running in the background. My cat's drinking out the sink, but that's nothing to worry about. Starting at number 5, Henry Cejudo. We're just gonna get it quick and easy and over with. For Henry Cejudo, he's only had 2 fights at bantamweight. The first one was against Marlon Moraes for the championship. The second one was against Dominic Cruz, which was his first title defense. I mean, Henry Cejudo, if you're asking me to rank him in terms of uh top 10 fighters of all time, maybe I'd rank him at 10 or 7 because he's really good considering what he's done in the sport. He beat DJ, beat TJ, Dom, Marlon Moraes. He has really good names on his resume, but we're talking about top 5 bantamweights of all time. Moving on to number 4, Piotr Jan, champion, 0 title defenses, but was dominating Aljo before the knee DQ and was interim champ. And I bring up the Aljo fight because I'm coping a little bit. I'm gonna be honest, cope harder. I'm a Jan fan, so I'm coping a little bit. But I think he's above Henry Cejudo in terms of bantamweight legacy. I know he doesn't have any title defenses, but he has more fights at bantamweight. He was champion. He had a very close fight with Aljamain. The first one was very dominant, even though he lost, and the second one was very close. But other than that, he has a really good resume. John Dodson, Jimmy Rivera, Uriah Faber, Jose Aldo, Corey Sandhagen. It's just a better competition than what Henry fought, and it's better names. It's a better record and a better resume, even though he doesn't have any title defenses. I still put him over Henry in terms of who's the best bantamweights of all time. Going in at number 3, Aljamain Sterling, 3 title defenses in a row. I didn't know he broke the record for the most consecutive title defenses. But, he beat Renan Barão, Jimmy Rivera, Pedro Munoz, Corey Sandhagen, Piotr Jan twice, TJ Dillashaw, and Henry Cejudo. I mean, there's not much to say. He has the most consecutive title defenses in bantamweight history and a really good resume. Number 2 is TJ Dillashaw. I know people might be like, "Oh, it's so crazy. Why would you put TJ? Put him above freaking Henry or put him above Aljo?" Like, TJ just has a better resume than. I just think TJ Dillashaw has a better resume than Henry Cejudo. I think he has a better resume than Aljamain Sterling. I think he's fought better fighters. He beat Renan Barão twice. Renan Barão, the first time he lost was on a 25 MMA fight, a 30-fight win streak. He was on a huge win streak in MMA in general, not just the UFC, but I think 20 or 25 in mixed martial art bouts he was winning in a row. I mean, he won 25 fights in a row. Rafael Sunsao, really good. John Lineker, really good. Cody Garbrandt, Corey Sandhagen. He beat Cody Garbrandt twice, but I forgot to put it on there. But in terms of TJ Dillashaw, comparing him to this is just a teaser for my next video. Don't worry about that. So if you compare TJ to Henry's run at bantamweight, he's better than Henry's. I would say he didn't. I say that Piotr Jan has fought harder competition, but TJ, he beat Cody Garbrandt twice. Cody Garbrandt beat Dominic Cruz. He beat Renan Barão. He beat John Lineker. He beat Rafael Sunsao. But Piotr Jan doesn't have any title defenses, and Piotr Jan isn't a 2-time bantamweight champion with 3 title defenses. Yes, I mean, I get Aljamain has the most consecutive title defenses. He's tied with title defenses for TJ Dillashaw. But TJ Dillashaw, the thing with this is people would say, "Oh, Aljamain beat Jan, Henry, and TJ Dillashaw. Why isn't he ranked number 2?" I think it's just his run is questionable. There's asterisks. Now, he beat a one-arm TJ Dillashaw. No, to the disclosure of Aljamain, he didn't know this beforehand, and it's unfair to put the asterisks there, but that's just the way that it is. I'm not taking anything away from Aljamain's resume or diminishing it. It's not like, oh, he sucks because he beat a one-arm TJ and then he had a close fight with Henry that he could have lost, and a second fight with Jan he could have lost. And TJ finished almost everybody in all of his title fights. He finished Cody Garbrandt twice. He finished Renan Barão twice. He fought Dominic Cruz, which he lost by decision. So there was like most of his title fights he won by knockout. But I just think, in my opinion, I definitely would say Aljamain Sterling has fought better competition. Because if you pair Jan up with like Renan Barão, prime Jan and prime Renan Barão, prime Jan's mauling Barão. Let's be honest. Prime Corey Sandhagen versus prime Barão, Corey Sandhagen wins. Henry in their prime, like, you know, the competition back then for TJ's time, it was good. But compared to now, there's better mixed martial artists now fighting than back then. And that's just the way that it is. But the number one thing that really does it for me is TJ was fighting fighters in their prime. We're talking about Aljamain, who fought Henry Cejudo when he's 36 and a half. A lot of his fights were close robberies. Now, I want to say robberies, they're close call decisions that can be led to be believed, such as robberies, but I don't see them that way. Number one is obviously Dominic Cruz. He has 5 title defenses, 2 in the two in the WEC, and then 3 in the UFC. He's a 2-time bantamweight champion. He beat Joseph Benavidez twice. He beat Demetrius Johnson, Uriah Faber twice, TJ Dillashaw. We're talking he beat a prime TJ Dillashaw, and he beat Pedro Munoz. I mean, this list is kind of just simple, straightforward. Dominic Cruz. The only way I'd really consider anyone above him in GOAT status in terms of like who would be the best at bantamweight to surpass him. I made a video on that, like what every fighter needs to do in their respective division to pass. But like Sean O'Malley's champion, let's say he gets like 4 or 5 title defenses and like finishes most of his opponents, and then like he's the GOAT of the bantamweight. That's it. But I think it's clear cut, honestly. Number 2, number 3, you could like switch. You could say, if you want to say Aljamain's the best because he has the most consecutive title defenses, you can do that. If you want to say like Henry's number 2, I'm not going to disregard your opinion, but it's a questionable opinion because he only has 2 fights at bantamweight. So, but that's it for the video. Enjoy your guys' night. Spread some love, peace, and positivity. Enjoy your night.